YouTube's primary job is to keep the viewer on their platform for as long as possible. Now, so far in this course, we have gone over many of those factors that YouTube takes into consideration when promoting your YouTube channel. But there's another one we need to go over, which is viewer session time. Now, this is how viewer session time works. Viewer session time is where YouTube is focusing on if the viewer leaves the platform or a specific video. Now, they also keep into consideration if the viewer watches another one of your YouTube videos. Now, YouTube tends to punish specific videos when viewers tend to leave the platform altogether. So if someone ends up watching your video and they end up leaving the YouTube platform altogether, that can actually hurt your overall YouTube video. So the goal is to make sure that never happens. There's 3 variables viewer session time takes into consideration. The first one is the viewer leaves the YouTube video too early. Now, this plays a little bit of a role into audience retention, as that is what you would call this one variable. So make sure you watch the previous course video on audience retention so you can learn how to handle the first variable of viewer session time. But in this video, we're gonna go ahead and focus on the 2 other variables. The second variable is if the viewer clicks on another one of your videos or someone else's video and continues to watch on the YouTube platform once your YouTube video is done playing. This shows that you didn't burn out the viewer and make them want to leave the platform altogether, and shows that you led them off into another video, making them stay longer on the platform, which, if done correctly, YouTube rewards you for this. The third variable is if you bring a viewer off the platform to another link. Now, this can usually happen when people do sponsor deals or promotions. Usually people ask others to go into the description and click on a link to another website. Now, here's where YouTube gets angry. If most of the viewers who click on that link don't come back to the YouTube platform about a few minutes later, it's not 100% a few minutes, but somewhere like that. Let's say they never come back to the platform until an hour later. What ends up happening is YouTube will see that, and they tend to think that you are only making competition and you're hurting them as a company. And so the goal is to not lead viewers off of the platform too much. So personally for me, when it comes down to sponsor deals or anything that I have in the description of my videos that I have links that I want people to click on, I tend to do a mix of videos that are sponsor deals than others that are not. Simply having a mix of some are sponsor deals and then every other video isn't a sponsor deal is gonna give you enough of a balance where you're not affecting your overall channel. Simply because if every video is a sponsor deal, sometimes that only increases the odds that my YouTube video might not be promoted as much compared to if I didn't send viewers off to a link. So how do you combat these factors and keep the viewer session time high? Number 1, keep the video educational/entertaining and get to the point of the video. Don't bore the audience member and make them leave the platform altogether. Number 2, when doing sponsor deals or anything that makes people click a link in the description that takes them to another website, make sure you do a mix of videos with and without that. You don't want every single video you post be taking a good percentage of the viewers off of the YouTube platform. That only makes YouTube think your video as a whole is bad, and so you don't want to do that at all. Number 3, when the video is almost over, tell the viewer to watch another one of your videos by clicking the end screen cards or watching another one of your videos in the suggested video feed. This will help you to encourage the viewer to just watch another video, continuing the session time. When you recommend the viewer watches another video of yours, I personally recommend you go ahead and pick a video that relates to the specific video they are already watching. If you are doing a video series, this works super well to just tell the viewer to watch another video in the series and lead them off on a cliffhanger to get them to go ahead and watch it. But that's pretty much how viewer session time works. In another video in this course, I'll be showing you guys how to study the viewer session time in the data graphs on YouTube Studio. Until then, guys, keep watching these course videos, start crushing on YouTube, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.